Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's get into the latest episodes of Harlem. It comes on Amazon Prime Friday nights, and whew, they gave us something to talk about this week. Harlem Writers. I'm a tad bit. I'm entertained. I'm entertained, but I'm a tad bit disappointed in the direction you're taking the characters. Um, some of the directions are completely unbelievable. Some of the directions of the characters are like, oh, why? Because we really care for them, but they just really acting up. And some of them, I feel like you aren't really developing their story to really talk about issues that are prevalent right now, today, 2023. So let's jump into the last two episodes. I'm going to give you my 2 cents about what I think about it. And the way I like to discuss Harlem is character by character, not scene by scene, because your girl don't take no notes. Let's talk about my favorite character, and that's Angie, because we share the same name. Like, I really enjoy Angie. I feel like she's the comedic relief of the show. She has a really kind of light hearted story. Like, her story ain't that deep, but it is. But it is. Like, if you really break down Angie, it's a lot behind a person who is overly sexual to, I don't want to say compensate for something, but it's a reason why people are overly sexual in this way and overly comedic. Um, I wish they would really dive into Angie's character development and not just let her be crazy sexual all the time. Like, it's a lot more to her that I really wish they would dive into. But your girl Angie is moving out of Quinn's place. The story went kind of fast. I didn't catch if she's subletting or if she's just house sitting for, her teacup friend. When they did Get Out the musical, he's going to be away for 10 weeks. I'm happy. I want to see Angie on her own. I'm tired of Angie just being the friend who is so needy she needs to sleep on somebody else's couch. And like, this gives Angie an opportunity to continue to save some of her money and maybe get her own place after she finishes this Hallmark movie. I'm happy Angie has a man. I believe his name is Eric. We all know that Quinn's mom brought Eric around to date Quinn, but the mama ain't know about the whole Isabella situation, and that was a mess. But him and Angie kicked it off at the wedding. And so it's something about the speed of this relationship. And he said it. And to me, it would be red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. He was like, I like to move fast. Let's go fast. And I'm more of I like to go slow, because I am a wall up type of person, and you have to get down the walls before you get to moving fast. So it's something about him I don't like, and I feel like we're going to find out what his red flag is after Angie is in too deep. But I would love for Angie to have sincere love. I would love for Eric to have his stuff 100% together, but it's just a red flag for me for a man to want to just know me one day and now he want to be my boyfriend. Like, sir, can we, like, have they went out on a date? They haven't even went out on a date. It's strange, but I'm happy for Angie and where her character is going. Okay, up next. Oh, we didn't get into the this is a part of the show where they could have dug a little bit deeper, because Black women's hair is, a topic of conversation now, of how the white lady didn't know how to do Angie's hair, and she was like, go ahead and fix your own hair. Now look, Angie, sister to sister, If somebody tells me they don't know how to do my hair, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm very, very, very particular in who I let put their hands in my hair. And I'm probably one of the most loyal clients. All of my stylists could attest, could tell you. If I find a stylist and I know they know how to work with my braided hair and I like the way I stick with them, I don't stylist hop. I do have two stylists, one lady who does my crochets. I can't wait to get my hair done Saturday, but that's another thing. And then I have my main stylist who does my blowouts, my braids, my sew-ins, everything. So once I find a stylist, I stick with them. I don't let any and everybody put their fingers all up in my hair. So I personally wouldn't have been offended that that white lady didn't know how to do my hair. I probably wouldn't want her all up in my hair anyway. Hallmark, how dare y'all not have a stylist to know how to do black people hair? Y'all got enough black actors. Now I understand it's just a comedic part of the movie, or maybe not even a comedic part, but I felt like it could have been a real part where we really could have talked about black hair. But then it just transitioned to Angie saying, I ain't going to my man's party because I'm gonna stay at home to do my hair. Like, I would have expected Angie to go to the party, but then the man climbing up the fire escape and all the foolishness. I want to move fast. It's like they just jump from a serious issue to go into some foolishness. But anyway, but that's pretty much Angie. Let's get into Ty real quick, because I told y'all last week, I just don't believe Ty's story. Her story is very unbelievable to me. Number one, her and Quinn, they're at the Pride, and she gets this aha. If I say I'm closing down my app, he can't get none of my money. And I'm like, Ty, you're a very successful businesswoman. You writers, y'all writing like we dumb. Just because apparently Ty has $2 million worth of assets, because she cut that man a check for $1 million, but we'll get to the end when we get to the end. It's strange to me that y'all want us at home to really think that if you shut a business down, that the value of that business instantly goes to zero. Now, it could just be my accounting brain, but I'm like, ma'am, just because you tweet out to the world Q was done, don't mean you don't have $2 million worth of assets that he still has the right for half. All you did was shut down your ability to remake the money that you getting ready to cut a check for. It that whole thing of I'm shutting it down, and then here come two women in love talking about how much their program brought you together, and now, oh, I ain't shutting it down. I was like, okay, that was a waste of 20 minutes. But okay, Ty not shutting the business down. Next, she cut that man a check for $1 million. Now, sometimes I can't turn my accounting brain off, and I'm like, so if you had, I'm not gonna go over what's liquid and what's not. That's too deep. They just want us to know Ty had $2 million and she gave him a check for $1 million. So whatever else the rest of her assets, tangible, intangible, liquid, not liquid, hey, Ty cut that man a check. And she kind of cussed him out, was like, don't say shit else to me. Then Ty went off and had a twosome, threesome, foursome, fivesome. Ty wants to harvest her eggs and she's scared, so she going to all these random people to see you gonna give her a shot in her stomach. I'm just like, I really would like to see more from Ty than this unrealistic anger she had towards this man that she left, that she ghosted. Like, when the man came back, I already knew when the man came back, he was coming to give Ty that check back, because he said in the beginning, I believe last season, it was never about the money. He never wanted her money. He just wanted to know what's up. Why did you leave? Where have you been? Excuse me, y'all. it just seems like in today's age of social media, like, let me tell a little bit of my business. Like, me and my husband, we dated way back in our college days. We dated, we broke up, went our separate ways, lived our own lives. And I would say, when did we get back together? Around 2011, 2012, while ago. A while ago, we got back together. He reached out to me. He found me via Facebook. And that was 2012, 2011, whatever the time frame was. I'm like, if my husband could go out and be like, I really want to talk to her again and whatever, and find me via Facebook, you telling me these two people by 2022, 23 couldn't have went on social media, especially Ty being this big time boss of a dating app. Y'all couldn't find each other and figure out, Ty, where you at, what you doing, why you left me. The hospital seemed to find him very well to be like, come sign these paperwork for this emergency surgery. It just doesn't make sense that y'all have been separated all this time and didn't know how to reach out and be like, what's up? If we ain't doing this, let's go ahead and file these papers, and I'm sorry, and whatever. And for the man to come back and want to speak to Ty, and she cussed him out 2-3 times. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but Ty, it's your fault. It's your fault. And you talking, it ain't my fault if you couldn't find nobody else and you couldn't move on. Ty, it's your fault. This man did not know your truth when he married you. He loved you. And I understand you had to go find yourself. I get it. I get it. But at some point, once you found yourself, Ty, you should have came back and wrapped up this situation over here, because now you know who you are. But you didn't. You just ghosted this man. He don't know where you at. And you have the audacity to cuss him out. And I feel like if you would have had the conversation with this man instead of being so mad that he just showed back up in your life, you would have known it was never about the money for him. He always just wanted to, he just wanted closure, pretty much. But then it turns out you done cussed this man out. He done ripped the check up in your face. I ain't never want the money. I would have kept the money. I'm sorry. You can't put $1 million in my hand and I'm ripping. No, that's my $1 million. And I'm sorry for you. But he ripped the check up and now he's shooting you up in the stomach, helping you not fertilize, but harvest your eggs, whatever the process is. I'm sorry if I said the name wrong, but he's helping you shoot the medicine up in your stomach. I'm like, this just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, writers. I wish, is this a comedy? Because if it's a comedy, I'll take it and I'm like, Angie, it ain't that deep. But I feel like this is a drama series, so I'm expecting for you all to go deep with these characters. And that was a conversation that Ty and her husband could have really had that we really never seen on television. But no, we just want Ty to be the victim. And to me, she's not the victim. She's not. But okay, that's Ty's situation. Let's go to Quinn. Quinn is another one where I don't enjoy depression. So please don't take what I'm about to say. But I would have liked for them to explore that storyline because depression is a really real thing. And I have been in Quinn's shoes before in life. And I feel like a lot of people have. I feel like a lot of people can see themselves in Quinn, where it's like, I have everything. Like, I got a roof over my head. I got money in my account. My parents can help support me if I need it. It's like, what am I sad for? It's so many people out there worse off than me. Why am I so sad? Why am I feeling like this? And I appreciated Ty when she was like, don't feel guilty over your feelings. You're entitled to feel how you feel. I really wish they would have dug into Quinn's story of why she's depressed and really showed us, you know, deep, just really dig into that story and not, oh, let's go to Puerto Rico, girls trip. I'm happy now. Like, no, really dig into that because I can only tell you for myself. It took a lot of therapy to come out of that. It wasn't no, let's go away on a cruise, let's fly over here to Mexico, let's go to Taco Tuesday and have all the tequila. All of that is a mask. All of that is a mask. You do all of that stuff to mask your depressions and to make your friends feel good about being around you because really nobody wants to be around, a depressed person all the time. You do that to mask your feelings and be in the world, but you really have to dig into what you're feeling and work that out. And it ain't no party in the world that's going to work that out. Now, that's just for me. That's just for me. I'm an advocate for therapy. I've been to therapy plenty of times. It's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes you just need that person to talk to and to really work out your issues. You are allowed to feel how you feel. And if your depression ever goes to a level deeper, you really do need to get help because sometimes you might need more than just sessions on the couch. Sometimes you might need medicine to help you with that, and it's nothing wrong with it. And I just really wish they would have dug into Quinn's character and really let us see what was going on. Let us see her talk to a therapist and really work through her therapy issues. Maybe bring her mama into it because it's clear she has an issue with her mother. With her mother, Jasmine Guy. I love Jasmine Guy. I'm really happy Jasmine Guy is still out here acting. I really love her. It's really some tension there with the mother. Like and maybe we might see it. The show ain't over, but it gives me the feeling that they just about to go to Puerto Rico and Quinn gonna be happy again, or she gonna find a little Puerto Rican peace and fall in love in Puerto Rico and be happy again. And I really feel like when you're depressed like that, you need more. It's more, and all of that other stuff is surface level and it's a mask. But hey, let's get into my girl Camille and Whoopi Goldberg. What is Whoopi's name? I know it's Professor something, but I can never remember Whoopi's name. I love Whoopi Goldberg, period. I love her. Whoopi calls up, because at the beginning of the first episode is Pride, and everybody had to go run and do some stuff, and Quinn and Ty were left alone. So she get a call from her. Well, no, we have to start at the beginning with Camille, because I feel like Camille is the main character. She runs into Jameson at work, and Jameson is like, I got this grant. I need you to come be a part of this grant. You about to be looking for a job soon. You want to come do it? And Quinn is like, no. Not Quinn, but Camille's like, no. She's having respect for her relationship, but ooh, that last scene. Ooh, we gonna get there. She's having respect for her relationship. She like, no, Jameson, I don't want nothing to do with you. Leave me alone. No grant. So she feels guilty because she doesn't tell Ian that she ran into Jameson, because she doesn't want Ian to be all up jealous in his feelings like you ran into your ex. It's so much more to it now that I know what happened at the end of the 6th episode. But anyway, because a part of me is like, you ain't got to tell your man every time you run in your ex and it was just a hey, because y'all work in the same field. I feel like that's strange, but I don't feel like that's hiding something from your man if you be like, oh, Jameson came up to the job. And like, I don't know. I don't feel like you have to run down every step of your day to your partner, but that's just me. I could be wrong. But anyway, so now she up with the girls, and here come Whoopi Goldberg. Talking about Try not to curse. Get over here right now. What you doing? Okay, girl, you ain't doing nothing. Go get all your research for the Syndicate project and come over here now. Now, the girl who was the TA, who remembers season one, Whoopi put in charge of the project over Camille because Camille showed up late. I ain't never take that girl to be a black girl. I always thought that was a white girl or maybe a Latino girl. I ain't never take her to be a black girl. So they talking about she catfished like a black girl and stole all our research. I was like, I ain't never think she was a black girl, but whatever. The girl at the end of the day was a catfish. She stole all the research for her own and then plagiarized the research that she submitted to the professor. And I'm sure that's a huge thing when you the head of the department and the dean is calling you in and ripping you a new ass for not fact checking the, and it probably was because her name ain't Davenport, is it? I don't remember Whoopi Goldberg's name on the show. It's probably not smart to put the students in charge of the project over the professor. But I think Whoopi was trying to teach Camille a lesson. And I felt like maybe that wasn't a lesson you should have taught her. But then while we're over the house, Camille drops everything, but she left her phone. She conveniently left her phone at home. I don't know who do that. I don't leave the house. The main thing I will check for my phone before I check for my car keys. Do I have my phone? But anyway, Camille left her phone at home and she rushes over to the professor's house. They're doing their thing, whatever. They have this weird interaction that I kind of just love. But Whoopi gets a phone call from her daughter, and the daughter is ripping the mama a new asshole. Like, I ain't coming over there. I don't care what you say, mine. And Camille is trying to comfort her, but I feel like, me personally, I definitely am a mind my own business type of person. Hey, Charles, I'll call you after. I'm definitely a mind my own business type of person. So I probably wouldn't have said nothing to the professor about that phone call I overheard. I would have got right back to work and only talked about work. But Camille was a little bit nosy and wanted to be comforting. And then I think Camille had something, and they both was like, let's just agree to stay out of each other's business. Camille offers to go to see the dean with the professor, and they kind of touch and have a warm moment. I hope Camille doesn't quit her job. I hope Camille doesn't quit her job. We'll see. We'll see. I want her and Whoopi to continue. If the show is going to get a third season, I would like for her and Whoopi to still have scenes together because I really love their scenes together. But while Camille is over there with the professor, Ian is at home and Camille's phone is blowing up. And guess who's blowing up Camille's phone, girl? I thought you had Jameson blocked. Why is his text messages coming through talking about it was good seeing you today? I hope you'll reconsider working on the project. And now Ian is all, no, he didn't say all that. He said, meet me over here at Lucille's. And now Ian is all of his feelings thinking, oh, Camille over here with Jameson, I'm about to run up and catch them. But it was Jameson by himself. And Ian like, look, quit calling my girl phone. And Jameson was like, it's all work related. And that's when they found out, oh, you saw Camille the other day. She didn't tell me. Oh, well, what y'all keeping secrets for? Y'all so in love, young in love. Why y'all keeping secrets from each other? And it was kind of a check moment. Somebody thought they were a part of Pride and gave them some free drinks. Bam. When Camille comes home, Ian checks her, and then she tells him about what she has something with her eggs, like she isn't producing enough eggs, so she might not ever have children, and she accidentally said that. And I don't care about that back and forth with Ian and Camille. I understand, like, look, I've been in this situation where you dated someone and you really loved them and it didn't work out. Y'all broke up and then y'all got back together. And when you get back together, it kind of feels like you picking up where you left off. but you aren't. This is a brand new relationship. So I understand Camille needed a moment to figure out how she even is going to tell you that she can't have children. So to a woman, you have to process that for yourself. Then you tell your partner. So I felt like it was selfish of Ian to kind of rip Camille a new one for that. Like, let me process what's going on with my body first, and then let me tell you. But anyway, I'm tired of Ian and Camille because at the end of the day, they agreed for Camille to go over there and work with Jameson on this grant. Now, what pissed me off about this grant is that when Jameson presented it to Camille, he presented it as an opportunity of, oh, let's work together. I really didn't want to, go behind your back, but I applied for this grant and I think it'd be great for us to do together. But when we get over to his house, we find out it wouldn't be no grant if it wasn't for Camille. He applied for this grant, but they were like, we only gonna give you this money if you can get Camille in on the project. If you can't get Camille, then no money. And I would have felt a certain kind of way, like, I ain't asked for you to be applying for this stuff behind my back, and you making it seem like this an opportunity for me, but really you need me. You need me. And I would have told his ass no. But anyway, I'm not in that field of academics. I don't know how big of a deal a grant is to your career. I'm assuming it has to be an extremely big deal, but I would have told his ass no, especially if I found out I'm the pool. I was like, oh, so I don't even need you. I can go out and get a little grant on my own. I would have went and got my own grant. But anyway, at the end of the episode, Camille and Jameson wake up in the bed together with no clothes on, and I'm ready to throw my phone at the TV. I'm ready to call Ian and start snitching. What's going on here, ma'am? You can't be in the presence of your ex for one night without pulling your clothes off. You couldn't make it one night, ma'am, without pulling your clothes off. Now I know they probably gonna come back to us on Friday, and maybe she might have spilled some wine on her shirt and she had to take it off, put in the washing machine. And no, it ain't no excuse. It ain't nothing y'all could tell me. It ain't enough liquor in the world for you to be in the bed with your ex in the very first encounter you have with him. It's giving me you wasn't never really over him, no way. And I said it to my girl on Facebook. At this point, Camille should pay for the wedding. You talk about instant karma. What's that lady name? Amara. Amara has just got her instant karma put on Ian. Ian, that's what your ass get. You done blew up your whole life. You now $68,000 in debt for a wedding that you canceled the day before to be with this woman. And she, the very first time she see her ex, she in the bed with him. She didn't even work on the project a couple of months and then have all that nostalgia of working together. And we just got caught up on a late night. The very first night. I'm shaking my head at you, Camille. Writers, why y'all do this? Why y'all do this to the girl? A grant is huge, especially for a Black faculty member. I assumed it had to be. I'm just not familiar. She should have went out and got her own grant. Because I felt like Jameson was lying. He went out and used your name to get something, and now he's trying to convince you to be a part of it when the grant was never really a thing unless you were a part of it. I feel like Jameson lied, and then you just let him off the hook and slept with him. I'm over Camille. I can't wait. I can't wait to see Ian cuss y'all asses out. I can't wait to see it. Because Ian, because Camille ain't the type of girl to carry a secret to her grave. She gonna have all the guilt and she gonna run and tell Ian what she did. But It's over for you. It's over for you. Ugh, whatever. But I'm about to get up off of here, y'all. That's all I have for. Oh, yep, because it's time for me to get into Drag Race. That's been 30 minutes. That's all I have to give for Harlem. I will be back next week for the next 2 episodes. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I will be back to talk about this show. I'm happy to do a show that's not reality related. I like talking about regular TV as well. So get in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about these past 2 episodes, and I'll see y'all next week for the next 2. Have a good one, y'all. Up next is Drag Race. Bye.